Hello everyone, hi, how are you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode of a Doctor Who reaction. This is Road Live, my name is Matt. Hello. Okay, Happy New Year everybody. Hello, Happy New Year. By the time you're watching this, it's probably gonna be like the 10th of January or like further even. I don't know when the fuck this is gonna be available on YouTube, but Happy New Year. I've been like deathly ill in the past couple of days, and that's what my New Year's was. It was terrible. It was the sickest I've been in the entire year. Just a great way to close off 2021. You know, 42 degrees Celsius. I'm fucking ill. Betty White died. Just like great. Let's do it. Let's go. 2022. Maybe we can begin on a better note. And it all depends on this Doctor Who episode. This Doctor Who episode has a lot of work to do in order to like make me feel like I'm being welcome into this new year. But hello everybody. How are you guys' New Year's have been? Let me know in the comments. 2021 was a fever dream. Let's pretend it didn't happen. Let's just pretend it didn't happen and move on. So, last time on Doctor Who, what happened? So, we watched the Flux season like a month ago. I don't remember exactly when it ended, but let's say it was about a month ago. You know, like, the thing about Flux is that, like, I enjoyed it, but also the more I think about it, the more I'm just like, all right, hold on. You know, like a couple of things that I'm not entirely sure about. So I suppose the main thing I want to say regarding Flux moving forward is that I hope that like things that happen in Flux are kind of brought up again, you know, just the idea that like, oh, the universe kind of 80% ended, you know, like, can we bring that up again? Can we just like casually mention No, not that. Like, it has to be more than that. You know, it has to be like, actually, we go to a place and it's fucked up, and it's like, oh, the Flux did this, and it's like, oh, cool, continuation. You know, just like, I would like for Flux to have had some kind of repercussions that it really seemed like they weren't addressed in the episode. So that's kind of the main thing I want to see moving forward. But I don't think this episode is going to be that, because this episode, if I remember correctly, it's called Eve of the Daleks, which just sounds like, all right, it's New Year's and Daleks are here again. You know, this is the tradition. The tradition is not to have a New Year special. The tradition is to have Daleks on a New Year special, you know? I don't know if I have anything else to say about this episode before we go into it, so I believe we might as well do it. So make sure to check out the Patreon. You can get access to the full-length reaction to this episode as well as all of Doctor Who. You can also support the channel. It will help me out a lot. So yeah, check out the link in the description or the pop-up on screen. Anyway, let us begin. So Doctor Who Series 13, Episode 7? Or Doctor Who 2022 New Year Special. Let's go. I got a little bit chilly. It's mostly just the AC, but I'm going to use this as an opportunity to wear something other than just a t-shirt. Fuck you. Anyway, let's do it.
Here we are again.
Yeah. Here we are again.
Does he have a crush on her?
Clear out all the flux debris,
Okay.
minimise the number of doors, and be back to full function.
Yeah, okay.
But it'll be out of service for a little bit.
Go. I mean, why didn't you just wait right next door? Whoa. A little bit crazy. Where are we? Oh, it's just a storage unit.
It's supposed to be like that, is it?
Not sure. I've never had to do this before.
It'll be fine.
Are
It'll
you
be
sure?
fine.
Identify.
I'm Nick.
Alright, dead. Oh man, I thought he was gonna matter.
It's 4 minutes to midnight every year. Why are you calling me now?
The lines will all be busy at midnight.
No, they won't, because it's not 1973.
I was still at work.
What's a Dalek?
It's bad news.
Deadliest killing machine in the universe.
Listen, man, if we pull out a Dalek out of our asses like every year, I feel like at this point it doesn't hit the same. Don't die, lady.
What's
You're
going
cool.
on?
Exterminate.
Oh, she's dead. A little bit too late. Also, that's just a Dalek machine gun now. I don't think that used to be there. I think it was just one blast.
Exterminate.
Run.
Not like this.
Oh, fuck. I forgot that happened in the preview. Well, okay. Then they're not dead. Then.
That's a board game.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, are you all in a shared dream or some shit? Or maybe it's like a weird time loop.
Sarah.
He's gonna go for Sarah. He's like, I gotta save Sarah from that kill machine or whatever.
Exterminate!
Layer 2. He wakes up again. What the fuck is
No,
happening?
They won't, Mummy.
I was still at work.
She's gonna get to the
New Year's
Dalek.
Eve is the best
It's right
time to
there.
meet a man.
Exterminate.
I anticipated your change.
Like, maybe
Please don't kill me.
idea that I have.
Exterminate!
Maybe this is a new Dalek like weapon that actually does like time loop you. And by time looping you, they also time loop themselves. And then they go backwards in time and they time loop you again. And they like feed you on killing you over and over and over again. Like weirdly. Sort of like a Weeping Angel situation. You know the like the Angels Take Manhattan? When they had like a house that they just kept feeding on people over time, over and over.
We've been here before, but time reset, so we're still alive. You failed.
My mission was completed. There was a disruption with time.
Maybe it's because the
This
TARDIS.
moment is the correction.
It's because the TARDIS is fucked.
Exterminate!
Oh, I like that. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, we need to meet up. We need to meet up with fucking Nick and the doctor and the lady. They all need to meet up so then we can... Yeah, it's Groundhog Day. We're in a time loop. This is great. I actually love this. I actually fucking love this. Let's fucking go. I'm glad that it's not a shared dream. I enjoy Groundhog Day way too much. Fucking bites the dust though. Please meet up so then we can like plan together. Okay, good.
Oh my God, Nick, we have to get out of here.
This is what I was coming to say to you.
What? No. We're stuck in a time loop with killer robots.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Does it? Because I actually thought I was losing my mind.
No, because I've been killed twice by a robot.
Oh my God, me too.
Yeah.
I was coming back to save you on the second time,
You do what?
but you weren't there. And guess that's because you were coming up to save me, right?
No, because she was fucking running away.
Wait, are you from building control? Are you from the council?
Yes,
Apparently.
we're here to control your building.
And 3 of you on New Year's Eve. You make me sick. Because you know we've died like 2 times so far.
So did we.
We have died, okay?
This-
And I know that sounds mad because obviously I'm alive.
This woman is such a Karen. I kind of love it.
I know is we don't have much
Yeah.
time.
It's okay. We die. We'll get try again.
I'm being generous.
Oh my god. Alright, I fucking love that.
There is no escape.
A door's not gonna stop a Dalek. Like,
Why have you got all those names on the shelves?
They're just
Yeah.
his girlfriends.
uh,
Oh, this is where I keep stuff for women I split up with. You know, just in case they ever ask for it back. I don't want it in my eye line, you know, at home.
is Nick a serial killer? Like,
They're alive still out there.
Of course. Oh, God. Of course. Yeah, no, not all of them were serious. Some were just like a few days.
Man, you are weird. He comes here, every New Year's Eve, which is weird enough in itself. And what, to do all of this? You're the reason that I'm trapped in a time loop with a robot.
Daleks.
Oh my, with stupidly named robots. of
This
people
woman is
I don't
such a
even know.
Karen.
Also what?
I love
Why?
it.
So you can catalog your monopoly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go kill myself now. Dead. Alright. Alright.
It's okay. He did that for us. He did that for me.
To the ant. What the? Mommy, please, now is not the time.
But the lines will all be busy at midnight.
God damn it, Mom! That's gonna matter, by the way. The mom calling every time is gonna matter. The thing about the lines being busy at midnight or something, that's gonna matter somehow. I'm waiting for the doctor to be like, oh my god.
Whatever's causing the time loop.
It's clearly the TARDIS. You're all dead, and now we try again. The thing is that the doctor is, like, the TARDIS came here because the Dalek was here, but the Dalek said that the Dalek is here in order to kill the doctor. So that's...
Second Dalek signal. In a different part
What?
of the building.
I'll keep the one on reception busy. You two try and figure out how to stop all of it.
Alright, go do that. Are you gonna fall in love by the end of this episode? Dude, if this was Torchwood, Nick would absolutely be a serial killer.
Intensify.
All right, mate. Are you new here?
I arrived 1.93 rails ago.
Yeah, well, I've got some stuff I need storing, and I just wanted to see what was available.
Daleks do not store stuff.
What is display?
I get a friendlier voice though. This one's a little bit grating.
I mean, bro.
What kind of a welcome is that? Hey, I'll be calling you, do you manager?
Daleks do not have managers.
Yeah, well, maybe that's part of your problem.
Took you long enough.
You dead. It's fine, he'll be back. So, which means that this loop is gonna end in failure. Dan accidentally figured out what is the ultimate tactic in order to defeat Daleks, which is literally just circle around them. They cannot turn fast enough.
I really appreciate you trying to save me.
I'm just waiting for him to just be like, you're the reason why I come here every New Year's. Because it's obvious.
Storage, just before midnight, New Year's Eve. Feels a little over-organized.
Because he comes to see you.
That's the time I know you'll be here.
Yeah?
Jeff always says he don't. I have an embarrassing crush on you.
And so why are you saying it to me like this now?
Because I'm going to be killed by aliens in a minute. Again, I guess.
Fair.
I'm just worried that one of these times I won't make it back.
How long has this been going on for?
3 years?
Oh my, what? 3 years? That is so stalkery.
I prefer unrequited.
A little bit. Like,
Shy. Stalkery.
let's be honest.
If I was menacing you, I wouldn't.
No.
If I wasn't going to.
dead.
Why have you created a time loop?
We did not
No.
create the time
It's clearly the TARDIS.
The time loop was created by your TARDIS
Yeah, like,
and dispatched Daleks to execute you for your actions against the Dalek race.
which ones?
Which particular action?
Yeah.
Using the flux to destroy the Dalek war fleet.
That wasn't my idea.
That wasn't
That
there.
was a Sontaran stratagem that I hijacked.
You are responsible for the destruction of millions of Daleks. We will not stop. Exterminate.
I actually do like that they were like, you just kill millions of Daleks. And they're just like, well, you know.
No, you have to stay here. There's more than one of them.
I'm not just gonna wait for him to get killed. I don't care if he's a weirdo. And he is a weirdo, you know, but he's decent. And he's got a good heart. And my friend Lauren actually says that good-hearted weirdos are actually the keepers. So...
What?
The weirdly romantic scene. Good-hearted weirdos. And yes, they still save the Doctor. Oh, that's cool! Got him! Fucking got him! I can't fucking believe he pulled that shit off. There's gonna be another one.
What did you do?
It was a lot of strategic analysis.
That was actually really
weapons
clever.
assessment, and battle-ready thinking.
Did you duck?
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
How would you feel about destroying this place?
I mean, I'd have to talk to my insurance provider.
Ah, but I'm gonna need an ignition trigger.
Oh my god, are you serious?
2 birds, 1 stone. Oh,
Yes! You throw the phone!
If our lives depend on my mother ringing me at a time I actually ask her to, honestly, we're all dead. I'll try.
Yeah, I told you, the mother calling was gonna matter.
we fail again, but better. We make friends. We learn to trust. We help each other. We get it wrong again. We improve together, then ultimately succeed. Because this is what being alive is, and it's better than the alternative. So come on, you brilliant humans. We go again, and we win. Deal?
That's a cool speech, but all I could think about was just her just being like, what's this corny ass shit?
Have you ever told her?
Did you have a mad crush on her?
What?
How you feel about her?
Let's go!
I don't know what you mean.
Come on. Fucking yes. Come the fuck on.
Yeah, you do.
Girl. Girl, we've been here for a couple seasons now.
Is it that obvious?
A little bit.
You're a good-hearted weirdo. I spent 4 years traveling the world with you. I saw it then.
I'm glad that they bring that up.
Came looking at that hologram.
I didn't. I mean, it was just that. She's just.
Girl? Also, this is good though. This is like a good like bro dynamic that they have. Y'all about to get shot, are you? Yeah? Nope. On a loop again. Fireworks. Okay, we can
Dan,
use this.
come on. My actions are catching up with me. Time is catching up with me. I will not let you die because of decisions I've taken. Please, go. Get the others.
Good line.
She likes you.
I like her too.
No, I mean, she likes you.
I don't understand what you're saying, Dan.
I think you do. But for some reason, you pretend to me and to her that you don't.
The doctor has been shutting her out this entire time. She's worried of people getting close to her. Because it never ends when, like literally ever.
That last one loop becomes a decoy loop.
It's giving false information and change what they predict.
Bingo. Decoy plan, you know the plan, do the opposite as soon as it resets. Then when it resets for the final minute, we will have the narrowest of narrow, precious advantages.
Alright, let's go!
Exit the ascension device!
Fuck you, bitch!
Really important stuff.
I actually like her very much. That actress is doing a great job. Oh god, she's gonna die.
And I love you.
Oh god, she's gonna die.
Hey, do you want to join?
They're just chilling. Why do they have to be so extra?
Some beef and beans.
Alright, that was the decoy loop. And now the real loop.
Thanks.
Oh, that was close.
Whole signal confusion done. Just answer the phone.
And then they'll think it's gonna be a person, and then they shoot it. Yeah, Daleks, fucking idiots. Well, fuck that building. Jesus Christ. Oh, the fireworks. Let's go, Jeff. Thank you, Jeff, for the fireworks. That looks lovely. Happy New Year, everybody. Yay.
Good fireworks, though.
Look at these lovebirds. Yay. Dan is... I like Dan. Dan is fulfilling the role of the audience. Like, actually. Like, legitimately. Who the fuck is that? That was a cool episode. I enjoyed that.
What did you mean when you said your actions were catching up with you?
Nothing. Nothing. I say lots of things. We all say lots of things we don't mean.
And so we do.
That's it. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. No, I don't think there's anything else after that. Okay, cool. Man, I really enjoyed that episode. That episode was pretty fucking good. That episode was like better than the entirety of Flux. Maybe not more than Village of the Angels. I did quite enjoy Village of the Angels, but I fucking love this episode. I don't say that as like a detriment to Flux, but I say that as like a man. I fucking love that episode. That episode was so fucking clean. Like, okay, so this might just be me being a sucker for like time, not just time travel, but just like time displacement or anything that has to do with time is something that I really fucking enjoy. So for example, when it comes to Doctor Who, I enjoy much, I've said this many times, I enjoy so much more the time travel aspect than it is the space travel aspect. You know, seeing like wacky aliens in space, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. But when we see like the same thing that we always see, but like different because it's a different time, I'm like, oh, okay. But time loop is another one that exists in other pieces of media that I enjoy, like of course Dance's Groundhog Day, but also I'm a big fan of JoJo, and JoJo, like one of the like main antagonist arcs is actually a time loop where people just die, and the dire situation is like, but if you die, you're gonna, it's weird because like when you die for real in the next loop, so it creates a really dire situation where like you can repeat it like twice and then you're all dead. But like in this episode, they did it in a more like lighthearted fashion, I suppose, in a more kind fashion, in a fashion where like, oh, we all died, but we didn't, and then we all died again, but we didn't, and then like after the second time, the doctor was like, all right, now we gotta die because we gotta make a plan that works. In order to make that plan work, we gotta die, so then we can do it next time. So it's like, okay, at that point you're kind of gamifying your death, but that's fine because life is just a resource. That's something you can say in games, you know, because yeah, if you play any video games, your HP bar, your life points are just a resource. The only point that matters is the last one. And that's essentially what the doctor's doing here. The only life that matters is the last one. Every life before that one doesn't matter. That's just a resource. You can use that in order to move forward. And I love that she did that to like the last fucking possible like possible microsecond, where she essentially used loops as reconnaissance, or used loops in order to like get everyone together up to speed, in order to unify the group. That she used loops in order to explain a plan, and then do a loop in order to do another plan, and then do a loop in order to do an extension of that, of another plan, so then the Daleks would think that the plan was that, and then in doing so they get deceived into thinking that the original plan wasn't going to be there because it was going to be another one, and then the real plan comes along, and then we all live, and it's like, what the fuck was that? It was so good, dude. I fucking love that. But like, here's the thing, is that in order to make a story like this work, then it has to be really fucking good, because like, you don't have like pretty alien worlds or pretty wacky aliens to distract you. You don't have like crazy like shocking moments in order to distract you. So in order to make this work, you really have to like make sure that the like story that you like, the gimmick that you're trying to sell is actually good. And that was what this was to me. It was fantastic because again, it's a time loop, but the fact that we're trapped in this. Okay, so this is what I enjoy. I enjoy just being in a place and you know the rules, and then it's like, okay, we gotta make this work. You know, it's like I love that so much because it doesn't feel like an asshole. You know, that's it. It's that it doesn't feel like an asshole. It feels like, okay, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. These are the rules. How do we solve the puzzle? And the fact that the puzzle was solved, we all lived, characters got together, you know, like the big bad guy just died, and it's like, yeah, good ending, we're good. God, I had a moment where I was watching this episode where I was like, it was when Nick, he kept stuff from his like ex-girlfriends or people that he like dated for a couple days, just in case they wanted to come back in order to get it, you know, and it's like, it is a little bit weird of a thing to say, but it is also like a nice thing to do, but it is a little bit weird, which is why, like, Yas just straight up was like, are they alive? Because I was thinking, like, are you a serial killer, bro? Are you a serial killer? Are you taking fucking mementos from each of your victims? And it's like, no, he's just a little bit weird. That's fine. But, like, if this was Torchwood, he would definitely be a serial killer. And that would spice up the story way more, actually. Because, like, I feel like, okay, so this is something that's going on. It's that in between series 12 of Doctor Who and series 13, I watched Torchwood from beginning to end, and like, Torchwood fried my brain a little bit. Like, Torchwood made me dumb when it comes to Doctor Who, because now I'm like, okay, but if this had like a fucked up twist, it would be a lot better. It would be a lot better, because at this point I'm just like watching Doctor Who stories and I'm just like, yeah, man, this is cool. You know what, it would be cooler if cannibals showed up and started eating people, and then you had to gun them down with a shotgun after running a truck into their house. Like, oh man, can you imagine the Doctor doing that shit? I mean, I tell you what, that would make the show a lot more fun. It would traumatize a couple of children, but it would make the show a lot more fun. I kind of wish Nick was actually a serial killer. I kind of wish Nick was actually a serial killer, so then we would have to deal with, like, we're stuck in a time loop. There's Daleks killing us over and over. Also, this guy is a serial killer. He's crazy. It's like, yeah. I would like it so much, you know? Like, I suppose that's gonna be, like, my main criticism that I'll give to the Chibnall era of the show. And I'm not one of those people that tried to say it's like bad or anything. In fact, I'll tell you something. every now and then I go and watch like the IMDb reviews for some of these episodes, and man, when I go into IMDb reviews for some of these episodes, I feel like my IQ lowers because it's a bunch of people just rating the episodes 1 out of 10 before the episode even comes out, and it's like every episode is just like, this is the worst episode of television I've ever seen. Like, I legitimately want to make a video just reading some of those reviews just in like a silly voice, just like, that is the worst episode of television I've ever saw. I can't believe they ruined Doctor Who, like, just to make fun of those people. But like, one piece of legitimate criticism I would give is that I feel like this era of the show kind of plays things a little bit too safe. I would rather them not play them safe. I would rather them actually just go a little bit crazy sometimes, you know, just to spice things up a little bit. But also it's okay. So there's another thing that happens. It's that in this episode, the Daleks actually said, "Doctor, you kill millions of Daleks in the flux," and the Doctor was like, "Well, I kind of did. It was actually the Sontarans that wanted to do it. I just kind of hijacked the plan and make sure that it wasn't just you guys, but it would be everybody." And he was like, it's like, there's like a lot of like moral like questions that you can bring to that event that they just completely sidestep. But like previously in other eras of the show, they didn't sidestep that, because I remember in Journey's End, I've said this already. I'm pretty sure I said this already in the Flux reaction, but like in Journey's End, fucking the Metacrisis Doctor just fucking murders every Dalek, and then the 10th Doctor is like, "What the fuck are you doing? Just committed genocide." And it's like the like moral implications of that, like the moral questioning, is a layer of like, I'm gonna say spice. Just from like a storytelling perspective, just like I'm a consumer, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, that's spicy, you know. The Doctor feels like awful about the fact that they just murdered a bunch of millions of people, but he felt like he had to do it, man. You know, it's like, it's something like that. It adds like a little bit more of a moral implication to something you do. I feel like that's lost here. It was lost in the final episode, which is why I kind of enjoyed that in this episode the Daleks brought it up, but the Doctor just kind of like shrugged it off and made like a joke, and he was like, "Doctor, you did kill a bunch of Daleks." And to be fair, there was like a little bit in this episode when the Doctor said like, "My actions are catching up with me," which almost makes me feel like they're writing this in such a manner where the Doctor just kind of keeps smiling and shrugging off fucked up shit, and then at the end the Doctor's gonna be like, I know I did so many fucked up stuff. I know that I killed all those Daleks. I know I shouldn't have done that. And it's like, but fuck, I just felt like I had to, okay? And it's just like, she's gonna have like a meltdown. And if that were to happen, that would make me so happy. That would legitimately be really interesting to watch. Like, and I don't think they're gonna do it, because I just said this. I think they tried to play this version of the show like a little bit more on the safer side, which is fine, but like, after watching Torchwood, again, I'm gonna blame Torchwood for this. After I watched Torchwood, I'm just like, oh, every episode has to be spicy. Like, okay, here's the thing. If you're not watched Torchwood, I hard recommend you to watch Torchwood, because that show is like essentially just like, what if Doctor Who had like no limiters? What if Doctor Who said, fuck them kids, and we're just gonna write the most fucked up shit we can write? And it's like, yeah, I would actually be totally down for that. And I sometimes wish Doctor Who had a little more of that going on. But that's just me, because I also know that is just a subjective thing that I'm saying, because I can see people loving this version of the show, and that's fine. This is just my personal take on it. I just wish it was a little bit more spicy sometimes, which is why I liked when the Doctor said like, is that what she said? The consequences of my actions are catching up with me, because it was the idea of like, she's running away from time. Like that's the thing, is that the Doctor is always running. And this is a consistent thing about the Doctor's character. She's always running from things. She's always running from time. She's always just like, whatever, keeping myself occupied with another thing. Fuck it. I'm not gonna stay. Okay, so fun thing is that I remember when I was a young Hoopian, like, how old was I? Oh my god. It was like 2013, 2014. But like, when I was a young Hoopian, I remember I really liked this one video. I think it was like Doctor Who the First Question trailer, something like that. And it was just like a bunch of clips of Doctor Who from classic to modern that just had a bunch of cool lines of dialogue and stuff happening. And I remember so many lines from that trailer because I fucking love that video so much. I rewatched it over and over. And one of the things that I always remember too is the line, the Doctor, the man who keeps running, never looking back because he dare not, out of shame. I think Davros said that. I think it was it Davros? Who the fuck said that? I think it was Davros who said that in season 4. I could be wrong, but like, I fucking love that line, and that perfectly describes the Doctor. And I think that is important to bring up right here when Jodie says something similar to that, because Jodie's stuck in a time loop, and it's like, it's the idea of like, time is catching up with me. And it's not all just in a metaphorical sense, but also on like, practically, realistically, something's gonna happen. Because it's like, if I don't nail this, all my friends are gonna die. It's like, Yas is gonna die, and I do like that. We're gonna be talking about that. We're gonna be talking about the fact that Yas is a raging lesbian. Because that's fun. Like, dude, I don't have it anymore. But like 2 years ago when I was watching Series 12 or whatever, I remember I had a flag that was like a lesbian flag and a bisexual flag, because I was like, I'm not sure which one is it, so I'm just gonna have both. And I used that whenever like Yas said something that was like very gay, or like, I suppose she never said something that was very gay, but she acted in a very gay manner. So like, the fact that like this entire time I'm just like, girl, come on, let's do it. The fact that now finally the show is like, actually, yes, you have a crush on the Doctor. I'm just like, hallelujah, my brother. Like, thank you, Lord, for this gift that you're giving me today. But like, I enjoy how Dan. Okay, this is the first time that like a Doctor Who companion is legitimately like an audience self-insert. You know, this is legitimately the first time that Dan is actually serving the purpose that they usually have with these companions, which is, you are supposed to be the audience in the scene, and Dan is finally the audience, because it's like, when are you gonna tell her? It's like, tell her what? Did you like her? Like, girl, come on, it's been 3 years, girl. Like, fucking get a move on. And she's like, fucking goddamn it. And then Jazz left the scene, and fucking Dan is with the Doctor, and Dan is like, you know she likes you, right? And the Doctor's like, yeah, I like her too. No, Doctor, you know she likes you. And I know that you know, you're just pretending that you don't. And it's just like, oh, that's so good. It's so good to have Dan calling both of these bitches out in bullshit. Just like, fucking come forward with it. Like, come on. Like, I'm so glad Dan is in these scenes, just being like, just fucking calling them out. Just like, please talk. Please interact with each other. Like, that's so good. That's so good. Anyway, shout outs to Dan in this episode for that. Legitimately, dead ass, that's probably my favorite Dan episode. Even though he didn't do a lot, but because he like actually brought up something that like, for like years, I've just been sitting here like, come on, when are you gonna address it? Finally, Dan is just like, address it, and I'm just like, thank you so much. And also, he said, you know, I spent 3 years with you, and I saw how you like looked at the hologram or whatever, and I'm like, oh, thank God that they also addressed that, because like, it's like, I legitimately forgot that they spent like 3 years together with Jericho as well, which is why I'm also sad that Jericho's dead. Fuck you. Jericho should be living. Jericho should be here. Imagine this episode with Jericho in it. Immediately best episode ever. But like, yeah, I like that he actually brought that up, because I feel like it's easy to forget that happened. You know, it's easy to. So I never want to see something brought up or an event happening, and it's something that like is meaningful and eventful and it matters, such as we just spent 3 years together. It's like something like that shouldn't just be like dismissed. And exactly the same thing with the flux. It shouldn't just be dismissed. So whenever you write something like that and then you pretend that it didn't happen, I'm just like, I don't know about that one, Chief. I feel like we should be addressing that a little bit more. So I like that Dan brought that up, which is why I also like that the Daleks brought the flux a little bit. But yeah, anyway. The Doctor... Okay, so Yas is a crush on the Doctor. Dan knows about it. And the Doctor also knows about it. And the Doctor is ignoring it and pretending that it's not a thing. And the reason why the Doctor is doing so is because the Doctor is afraid that Yas will be endangered by getting close to the Doctor, which is fair. Because this is the way it always goes, man. Like, everyone who tries to get close to the Doctor never has a happy ending. The only person that did was fucking Rose. And the only reason why that happened is because they literally had to clone the Doctor. And then the Doctor was like, alright, you can get the clone. I'm gone. Goodbye. Because, like, that's the thing about Doctor Who is that you're never going to get, like, the Doctor's never going to get it. You know, like, the Doctor's never going to have, like, a life partner. Because it's impossible to do that. Unless the Doctor finds another, like... I suppose River's home was the closest thing. No, but River also had limited lives, and now she's like an AI trapped in a library or something like that. But the Doctor's never gonna have like a proper like life partner because like the Doctor is immortal and the life partner isn't. So we're gonna have to move on. So whenever someone falls in love with the Doctor, I'm just like waiting for the heartbreak. But that's spicy, you know. And like the thing is that I want them to address it, and like. I think that the best way to do that is Martha. I think Martha's the best way to do that. Because, like, Yas has had a crush on the Doctor for, like, 3.5 years. Something like that. It's like, to be fair, it wasn't really there in the first season, in Series 11. But 12 for sure, 13 for sure, and the specials. But, like, I feel like the best way to do that is, like, Martha. Because Martha... I fucking remember Martha, dude. I fucking loved Martha. Martha Jones with Tennant. Because Martha had like a fucking killer crush from minute 1 on the Doctor. Because of the like kiss or whatever. She was like so into it. And then across the episodes, you could see that she had a crush. But the Doctor just kind of keep moving forward. And I think it was just that then Doctor just didn't realize it. I think he just didn't realize it instead of actually just like ignoring it. I think he was just because he was hung up on Rose. That's why. Because he was hung up on Rose. So but I love Martha because she had a very clear crush. And the thing is that that never really became a detriment to her character because Martha kept doing like everything. Fucking shout outs to Martha Jones, okay? Can we have a moment to just shout out to Martha Jones? Because Martha Jones literally did like everything. You know, from like the Family of Blood, like 2-parter, where she's like keeping the Doctor safe, even though everybody's just shitting on her, and she's still doing her best. I'm just like, I feel so bad for her. But then also in the Sound of Drums or whatever, Utopia, Sound of Drums, whatever, she's like literally traveling across the world in order for like to like turn the Doctor into a Super Saiyan in order to defeat the Master or whatever. Like, she did that for like a full like year or whatever. It's like, oh my god, Martha Jones is so good. She's doing so much shit. She's so fucking good, dude. Like, and I think that's the best version of it. Because so far Yas is just someone that has a crush on the Doctor. And to be fair, she calls the Doctor on her bullshit, which is something that I appreciate a lot. But partially, part of the reason why she does that is because she's hurt that the Doctor is shutting her out. You know, she's hurt that the Doctor is not allowing her in. And you know what? That's good. That's something I enjoy. But like, I feel like we need a Martha Jones situation. I feel like we need to have Yas do something like so fucking crazy for so long, so dedicated in order to like, I suppose I suppose they did that a little bit in Flux. You know, she's trapped in the past. She's traveling the world for 3 years doing stuff, you know, just like, I gotta keep the planet safe because the doctor told me, you know, like, I suppose it's similar, but it's like, didn't really have to, like, punch, you know, that Martha's situation did, you know? So, yeah, I suppose Yas had something like that. Yeah, I suppose, but, like, the biggest thing for Yas is still to me the fact that she called the doctor on her bullshit. But the main reason why she does that is because she's hurt that the doctor is not allowing her in. But the doctor is afraid of allowing her in to begin with. Yeah, interesting. Okay. I do like that spice though. I do like that I do like that relationship. So okay, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Yas might die. Because like I feel like Yas is not gonna like let the doctor go. Okay? That's a problem. Because if you don't let the doctor go, inevitably the actor that plays your character is gonna want to leave. And that means that the character is gonna have to be written some way off. And if you wrote a character that does not want to leave the doctor's side, then there's only one way to have this character fucking leave. Well, you can write multiple versions because we do sci-fi here, but the number one reason is probably gonna be you die. So there's a high likelihood that Yas is gonna die in like 1 or 2 episodes. Like, yeah, like I suppose I can see a situation where like the doctor like dies. And by dies, I mean like she's dead, but she's not regenerating yet. She's just about to regenerate. And the doctor is saying goodbye to Yas. And Yas is like, no. And the doctor is like, no, listen. I have to. You're not going to want to see me after this. And Yas, it's probably... but Yas is really not going to want to let her go. Which means that the doctor might like forcefully shut her out. Which would be heartbreaking, actually. It would actually be like less... might be like less sad if Yas died, actually, because I would be really sad if like the doctor had to like shut like Yas out as like a final act, just for the new doctor to not meet old Yas. Oh man, I don't know how that's gonna go. I'm gonna miss Dan. Dan. Okay, I'm assuming that Dan's not gonna carry over to the next season, but like I would love it if it did, because like so far Dan has been like really cool to have and a really good audience insert. I enjoyed Dan so far. It's like Graham, in a way. It's like a little bit like Graham, and I really love Graham. So yeah. Okay. Anything else that happened in this episode? I mean, you had the whole storyline with Nick and I completely forgot her name. Sarah? I think her name was Sarah. Actually. Let me check for a second. We had Nick and Sarah. I actually enjoy that a lot. I enjoy those two characters. And like, this is the kind of thing that you can have when you have a story like this, which is like a time loop, single building, the entire episode develops here. It's like, because it's like, okay, the plot doesn't fully develop that much because we're trapped in a situation and we know the rules. Okay, so the rules are going to be consistent, which means the development of the episode is going to be mostly consistent, so you know exactly what's going to happen. So the way you keep it interesting is by having interesting characters, and they made interesting characters in Sarah and Nick. I legitimately really like the characters. I like Sarah a lot, actually. Sarah was literally just a Karen. She was just a Karen. Okay, so in the olden times, you will call them soccer moms. Now you call them Karens, which is just this woman that just complains about everything. And she's just like, oh, it must be your fault. Fuck you. I'm gonna do my own thing. It's like, I'm gonna go get a weapon. I'm gonna fucking kill these bastards. And I'm gonna complain to them. And they're gonna kill me and I'm gonna complain to them more. It's like, okay, girl. But like, I legitimately enjoy that. Because like, the thing about Doctor Who is that because this is a family-friendly show, we gotta have like family-friendly characters, which means that this is a family-friendly Karen, which means that this is a Karen that she actually gets better. She actually becomes nicer. She actually falls in love. It's like, it's cool because I legitimately enjoyed her actress. The actress that plays Sarah was fucking cool because like there were a couple of scenes where she really made like Karen expressions, which I really enjoyed. Like there was one shot when she was closing a door and she was like complaining as she closed the door. She was like, it's like she did great. She did great actually. She had kind of a deep voice as well. I enjoyed that. She said funny shit. I enjoyed that. Yeah, she was cool. Nick was also kind of. He was a funny character, actually. I enjoy that. Like, the thing is that it's both of these characters were good because of the dynamic with each other and the dynamic with the group. That's why they were so fucking good, and that's why I enjoyed it so much. But like, it wasn't that unpredictable because it was fairly predictable, actually. Because like, when I saw them, I was like, "You're gonna fall in love by the end of this episode." Like, that's just the way it's gonna end. Because like. We play things safe. Characters have their happy endings or whatever. So I'm just like, you're gonna fall in love at the end of this episode, you know? Like that's just the way it's gonna be. Because like from the first minute that you fucking Nick walks on screen, I'm like, he has a crush on her, and it takes him like 30 minutes to say it, and I'm just like, thank you. Like it's taking a long time, but thank you for saying the obvious. And Sarah is like, oh my god, I had no idea. And it's like. But I appreciate that she's like, that's a little bit creepy. And I'm like, yes, it is. A little bit stalkerish. It is a little bit creepy. But he's nice. Don't worry about it. He's just a nice guy. So it's fine. If this was Star Wars, he would be a serial killer. But it's fine. But that was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed both of those characters. So, and then at the end, you had like a little nice scene when they're traveling and mom's calling. And it's like, dude, I call that shit. I call the fact that like the mom calling was going to matter. Because like, it happened, and I'm like, okay, that's funny. That's a funny little thing. And then it happened again, and I'm just like, okay, they're showing that there's like a time loop. And then it happened again, and I'm just like, okay, no, that's gonna matter because like there's no reason for her to call again, just for Sarah to be like, fucking mom, stop, and then hang up, and then we move on. Like, no, that's gonna matter. That's like a weird detail for this scene that means that that's gonna have to matter. Moving forward, which is why when that happened, I was like, okay, no, that's gonna matter. That's gonna be part of the solution. The doctor's gonna look at that, and the doctor's gonna be like, oh, we can use that, and that is exactly what it was. It happened exactly that way, and I'm like, I was so happy that I managed to call that, dude. I've seen many of these stories in order to call that shit, dude. I love this episode. Fucking great. I enjoy the characters. I enjoy the fucking. Yes, and Dan dynamic and with the doctor. The doctor's like, okay, this is my hope for the future. This is my hope moving forward for the next like couple episodes. Oh, there's actually a preview for next episode. I actually don't want to see it. Like I was just skimming through the episode. It wasn't playing. I just saw like a still picture. I actually don't want to see it, but there's like a little bit of a preview. I don't know when it's gonna be airing though. So I might not know because I'm not following any like Doctor Who stuff on social media because there's a lot of spoilers. You know, like that's something I hate. I hate like whenever they like show you a bunch of spoilers before the episode is even out. I'm just like, no, I want to see it when it happens. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and keep myself like relatively like safe from knowledge, future knowledge. But like, let me know in the comments, when is the next episode gonna come out? Like, when is it gonna come out? Like, is it gonna be like Easter or something like that? Like, give me like a date or something, or like when, ballpark area. So I would love to know that. But yes, anything else within the episode? My hope for the future is that the Doctor Jodie, she's gonna come to a point when she's gonna be like, she's gonna have like kind of a mental breakdown, and she's gonna be like, I'm a terrible person. I keep doing bad shit. And then she just melts down. Sorry, like that sounds like a really fucked up thing to say, but that would be really interesting to watch. And I kind of want to see that. But like, that's the thing, is that I want to see that, and then I want her to overcome it. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. And like, I do want to see like simple emotions, you know, just like, oh my God, my home got destroyed and I'm sad now. It's like, no, it's like, I want you to like face with the implications of your actions and to like deal with them. But like, you have been dealing with them silently this entire time, and you've been kind of smiling and goofing off, but secretly it's because you're not trying to think about it, and then I want you in the final episode to just have a meltdown and just like lose it because you finally think about it and you're like, fuck, I hate myself, but then you grow from it and you finally overcome that shit. That would be really awesome to watch. That's kind of my random hope for the future. That's just a random thing that I want the show to do. So that's, I suppose that's it. I think that's gonna be it for this reaction episode. Let me skim through the episode again just to see if there's anything else I want to mention. But I think that's just it. I really enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed this time loop. Fucking great, dude. Fucking loved it. Fun characters, fun like story gimmick interactions. We're finally having progress with some of the stuff that we should have had progress like years ago with the gas situation. And I love that Dan is just saying what we all think, and I like that the Doctor is dropping hints of like actual like more nuisance to her character. I love that. So yes, that's all good. I really enjoyed this episode. This was a fucking fire, dude. So yeah, thank you so much for tuning into this Doctor Who reaction. See you next time. And of course, as always, make sure to check out the Patreon in order to support the channel or get the full-length reaction for this episode and all of Doctor Who. So yeah, that's a lot of fun. Check out the links in the description for that, social media, my Twitch stream, all sorts of fun stuff that I do. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.